I'm out here at the Missouri Department of Conservation headquarters, and they've got some really nice wildlife out here, nice ponds. I'm here this morning with Andrew. Good morning.
Good morning.
Now, what is your title at the Missouri Department of Conservation? What does it mean?
Well, my title is Fisheries Program Specialist, and that's kind of a fancy title, but I'm kind of a fishing answer man, so to speak.
Okay.
I manage the state record fish program, so when people think they caught a new state record, they give me a call, and we have a process for determining that.
Cool.
I'm also in charge of what's called angler recruitment and retention, and that's just kind of a fancy way of saying, you know, in charge of teaching fishing here around the state.
And that's what we're going to talk about today. This weekend is the Free Fishing Weekend in Missouri,
that's right.
And it's National Fishing and Boating Week all over the United States.
That's
and
exactly right.
If you can get a shot of this beautiful pond out here, you guys have a great area out here. And
yeah.
And you said that you guys have some classes going on, especially for those beginner fishers.
That's right. Yeah, we've just started something called Discover Nature Fishing, and that's where we teach fishing all around the state. And people can find out where classes are in their area by contacting their local regional office, or go to our website. You know, type in Discover Nature Fishing, and they'll find out about the classes. But these classes are really neat. They're for beginning fishing, for people that want to learn how to fish.
That would be someone like me.
Okay, there you go. You'd be a perfect candidate. But yeah, for kids, families, people, pretty much anybody that wants to know how to fish, that's what this Discover Nature Fishing is about.
And it's taught by volunteers, which you guys are looking for too,
That's right. We definitely need volunteers. Again, fishing, most people learn fishing they learn from somebody. They learn from their parents or grandparents or a friend, neighbor. And that's where the fishing volunteers come in.
Yeah.
We need people out there who want to help teach fishing to contact us. And again, they can contact us by going to the regional office and find out who the person is to talk with. And they need to let us know that they want to help teach fishing to others. And we have some training for them so they can learn how to put on this class. And then basically what we do is we take a group of volunteers with one of our staff people and put on a class one day for the students.
Nice. And you've got a little tool here to teach me how to hold a fish.
Oh, that's
Once I do catch my big fish, let's see that.
Yep, got them here in my back pocket.
You've got your secret fish.
That's right. Here we go.
I'm glad these are stuffed animals and not real.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Okay.
Well, this is, you know, our Discover Nature Fishing. We do kind of some classroom stuff or on the bank, so to speak. And then the second half of the class is actually getting out there and fishing. But
right. We'll do that a little bit later.
Yeah, we use these little stuffed animals that, you know, we've got a catfish here with the whiskers, and you have actually a largemouth bass, if you didn't know that. But we use these to show how to hold a fish.
Okay.
And if you want to do that real quick, when you catch a fish, you can grab the bottom lip. You can usually put your thumb down in there. The lip is a strong area of the fish, doesn't hurt the fish. And you know, fish are slippery, slimy, so this is one way to keep them from falling on the ground.
And you said you want the belly towards you, right?
Typically, yeah, that's just the easiest way to kind of get a hold of that.
Well, very cool. Yes,
yeah, that's a good way to do it. Support on large fish. You want to use your other hand to kind of support the belly.
When I catch mine that's this big.
There you go. You're going to need two hands for your fish. That's
just like that. Well, in a little bit, we're going to come back. We're going to get those fishing rods out, and we're going to cast some lines out here.
That sounds good.
At this pond. But for now, we'll send it back to you, Dick.
This weekend is Free Fishing Weekend in Missouri. That means anyone can fish state waters without a permit. Ryan Rumbaugh joins us live from the Missouri Department of Conservation with Ryan's Big Ol' Fish.
Good morning, Dick. Yeah, it's a beautiful morning out here this morning. A little bit muggy, but we've got our fishing rods ready to go. I'm here this morning with Andrew. Good morning.
Good morning.
Now, this weekend is Free Fishing Weekend in Missouri. Tell me about it real quick.
That's right. Yeah, it's a free fishing weekend, which means anyone can fish without a fishing permit. They can go to they don't need a trout permit. They can go to the trout parks and not need a daily tag.
Okay.
And there's some areas in the state that may have some fees and some permits required, as far as maybe some county or some city fishing areas. But in general, the waters of the state are open for free fishing.
Nice, perfect for those first-time fishers like myself. Now, we've got some fishing poles out here, and you said that these are a little bit different. So show us the difference.
Yeah, we've got two types of fishing poles. These are your basic equipment. What you have is what's called a spin cast reel.
Okay.
And what I have is what's called an open-faced spinning reel. A little bit different. This reel hangs on the bottom. Your reel is up on top. Your reel has a button on the back, and a reel is basically just for holding the fishing line. And when you cast it out, you cast your lure or bait, it releases that line.
Okay.
And yours is usually the starter one. That's the one that most people start with. It's easy to use, just one button, you click and you're ready to go.
And I've got the bobber on mine too, right?
That's right, yep. You're fishing with the classic bobber with a little weight, a little sinker right here, and then we have the classic earthworm at the bottom.
Yes, I did not put that worm on there.
I did the worm for you, that's right. And then what I have is an artificial lure.
Okay.
This is just a little squirmy grub, they call it, squirming grub. Little soft plastic. And again, when you fish, you're throwing out bait or lures that you hopefully the fish will bite. So you're trying to throw out at something that they like to eat.
Okay, I'm gonna throw mine out.
Right.
You said with the bobber, you throw this out and then you just sit and wait.
Yep, the bobber, you throw it out there and you wait for the fish to smell it. So
all right.
There you go.
Oh, whoa,
no,
I
that's
got
a
it
good
far
one.
that time.
That's real good.
Okay, so then I just kind of click it.
Yep, you crank the handle to kind of reset it, and then what you're doing, you're just waiting. You're watching that bobber, and
This is where I would sit in my lounge chair.
that's right. This is where you can really enjoy the outdoors.
Hang out.
And you know, you never know with fishing.
Here, let's have you do yours. I'll come past this way.
Okay,
Maybe you
well, I'll
can go
kind of
the
try to
other
throw
way.
mine over near yours there,
So
but
yours is different. You throw it out and you keep reeling it back in.
that's right.
Okay.
Yep. So I threw it right next to yours.
Hopefully somebody will want to come hang out with us this morning.
And what I'm using, again, I'm trying to attract the fish, so I have to kind of swim it in, move it around. Hopefully the fish will see it and think it's a little minnow or a little worm or something.
Okay.
And I've got some leaves I've got to get over there, but now I've reeled mine in. Now I'm going to throw it back out. It's more active fishing. But yours, you just leave it right there, and you hope for a fish to swim by and smell it.
Yeah. I think I'm caught on a little lily pad
You might
here.
be catching some leaves there.
Uh-oh. I'm stuck.
Oh, they
maybe
popped
not.
back up.
Well, this is pretty cool. We're going to sit here and we're going to try and catch some fish. Hopefully we catch some, and we come back, we'll hopefully show you what we caught. We'll probably not catch much because it doesn't seem like much going on out here this morning. But for now, we'll send it back to you in the studio.
It's also when most states offer their free fishing days, and that includes Missouri. Ryan Rumbaugh joins us live from Jefferson City with some tips to make your biggest catch. Ryan?
Good morning, Dick. Yes, I'm so excited. We've been fishing out here all morning. Andrew actually just caught a fish just now.
Little bitty one.
Little baby one. And what kind is that?
This is a bluegill.
Awesome.
Classic little fish.
We're actually getting ready to let him back in the water.
Yeah, I better get him back in the water.
Okay, you go ahead and do that. And I actually caught 2 fish within about 10 minutes. And I've never honestly been fishing before. So that was really exciting. But I'm going to show you. So I cast it off a little bit different, and that seemed to work out better for me. So,
Yeah, you started out doing sidearm, but now you're doing over the head, which is working real well
so
for
all
you.
you do is press the button. See, I'm a pro now. I think I need to quit my day job. You go back and then
Perfect.
all
That's
the
perfect.
way out. Oh, yeah. And how were you? We set up a couple of these bobbers. Tell me about that. We had them kind of sitting there, and then all of a sudden...
Yeah, we had several bobbers with worms on them. We just threw them out in different locations, and we were just waiting to see which one would have a fish on it. And actually, to be honest with you, yours had the fish most of the time.
Yeah.
You were fishing in the right spot.
Oh, yeah. And so when I caught the first one, it seemed like it got stuck on the bottom, and the fishing pole was really bent, and I was wondering how you could kind of avoid that, because honestly, it felt like it was going to break.
Yeah, when you caught the first one, the fish seemed to kind of dart off towards all the leaves and all the aquatic vegetation here, and it got kind of tangled up. And sometimes there's no way to avoid that. Sometimes the fish are in there and they get tangled up, and you just kind of do your best to maybe pull the fish, try to pull them off to one side or pull them out and get them untangled. Sometimes you just have to kind of pull them through that vegetation.
Right.
But yeah, you did real good.
Yeah. Well, let's see. We actually have the fish that I caught. Let's see those guys.
That's right.
They're
You got them
hanging
down
out.
here at the water.
Let's scooch this guy out of here.
I'll let you pull that bobber in.
Okay.
Here we go. We went ahead and put the fish on a stringer.
Uh-oh. There we go. Check these guys out. How awesome is this? So what kind of fish do we have here?
Well, you caught 2 types of fish. This first one is a bigger version of what I caught. That's a bluegill.
Nice.
It's a little bitty sunfish. A lot of people call them perch, but it's actually bluegill. And this one right here, this is a largemouth bass. Largemouth bass. It's a longer, thinner fish. They're the big predator for in ponds and lakes. They go around. They get much larger than this, and they'll actually chase after small fish. But the largemouth bass is probably the #1 fished for fish in the whole country. Tournament
Nice.
fishermen go for these. Bluegill is probably the very first fish most people ever catch, and the very first fish
Yeah.
they caught. So,
Very
yeah, you want to
cool.
hold your own stringer?
Yes, I think I've got a new hobby.
Very nice.
I think I'm going to have to go out this weekend and take part in free fishing weekend. One more time, what's the free fishing weekend all about?
Well, again, free fishing weekend, Saturday and Sunday coming up. People can go fish without a fishing permit, and they can do trout fishing without the trout tags and the trout permits. So, and it's a good day for anyone to get out and try it for the first time.
Yeah, I had a great time this morning. Thank you for having us
Oh, you're
this
welcome.
morning.
You're welcome.
We might have to stay a little bit
We
and
might
do
be
some
here a
more
little bit
fishing.
longer.
But for now, let's send it back to you guys in the studio. Yeah.
Ryan's big old fish.